Hello, Pan. Thank you for having joined me here for this Trader Chat interview.
Hi, Gabriel.
Hi.
Great to be here.
You live in Thailand, in Bangkok, right? So with quite a big time difference. Your day is basically coming to an end, and mine is starting now. I've asked you to come to this Trader Chat interview because you're my role model for a novice, right? You've been a complete trader novice of how a novice can grow in trader development really fast. Like you grew like a rocket. But first, I would like you to introduce yourself. Just give a little bit information.
Sure. My name is Pan. I live in Thailand. I am the IT professional, IT programmers. I used to live in Australia for 12 years, and I decided to come back home 2 years ago. And then I work from home since then. During that time, I got some times, and because I'm working from home, like I work from 5 a.m. in the morning until 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and I just thought like I should do something good for myself during that time, after 1 p.m. Firstly, I think really similar to all novice, right? It's all Warren Buffett, and I just thought about value investing, so I do a lot of reading on value investing books, and but at the end, I read the book on the market visit, and I found van interviews in there,
It's
and to me,
the first volume,
yes,
Market Wizard.
yes, and to me that made a lot of sense to me. I think that all of the world class players always start with psychology, and that's drew me in to reading all his work more.
Well,
And then
that's how I found out about Van Tharp as well, actually. When I read the Market Wizards book, exactly the same. Yeah, interesting.
yeah, so I found his institution, and also I found your forex course, the e-learning, and that's how I start to learn about trading.
So you attended the Forex workshop that was in March 2020. So that's like that's like 9 or 10 months ago. We had a quick chat yesterday, and I knew that you were a novice, right? But I didn't know that you were like a complete novice. You told me yesterday that you didn't know about candlesticks, right? You had never looked at a chart. You didn't know about what moving averages are. So you heard about these things when you worked through the eCourse, right?
Yes.
And then what did you draw towards buying the eCourse?
I think for me, I just tried it out. Like I know, I think on that time because you have a course in US, right? The workshop in US, and I thought on that time, I couldn't go there definitely because of my work and my family. So I just want to try it out with the e-course, and I think it makes sense. I don't know. It's kind of like really new to me, so I'm kind of open to everything. Like even moving averages, I don't really know what is different between SMA and EMA. On that time, it's like, oh, how is that different, and how that works, right?
Okay, and how was it going through the course as a novice? Like was it really difficult? Did you have to go through several times to understand what's going on, or?
Let me
It's so long
try.
ago, huh?
It's so long ago.
It seems
Actually, it's not
long.
that long ago,
Oh,
but it's a long ago.
right.
Like one
Oh,
year, one
only
year
a year.
already. Yeah, I think on that time I don't. For me, I think it's very interesting, but I'm not fully understanding. Definitely. And then I think once I learn it, I just try to do a demo trading. No, actually, I just put the real money in straight away, like $5, something like that, and nothing works, right? Definitely, it's not like nothing works. It works. I think I could see that it works, but it just out of the 5 trade, I might get it 4R in one, and another 5 trade it's all losing streak. So I just thought, yeah, it's kind of working, but it's not a good result yet. So for me, I would like to learn more on that term.
Okay. All right. And then you joined the Forex workshop. Well, just for the viewers, then 6 months later you joined as well the futures workshop, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
well, people know that after the workshop I'm offering a group mentoring support, right? Just to get the systems working, and you went through that, like the simulation, like exercise, and then the live markets. Establish the live market. So how did well, let's talk about this, because you've gone off like a rocket. But before we talk about this, you are, for me, like I had about 500 students so far, right, going through my workshops, and you've been the one that I thought, well, he's the most A-type personality I know. Like A-type personalities, it comes from cardiologic research, right? Type A persons. They're very motivated, and they get goers, right? So they push a lot, like including myself. Like 70% of traders are like that, and as well. Then I found out, well, you're a very strong clinger as well, right? This is what I mention as well in the workshop, that novices who are clingers, learning type clinger, they can move very fast, and you are such an example. And yeah, just one more word about this. Like I had a big aha moment with you, right? So before you, I always thought, oh, experienced traders coming to my workshop, well, they have some advantage, right? They know how to read charts. So there should be like at least 6 months like faster in getting those systems run. But for you, it was not the case. Like you were as fast as anybody else, right? Despite you've been a novice. And actually, I understood with you, my big aha moment, that novices have a big advantage as well, because they don't have to get rid of beliefs or notions. They trust more, right? Once they have decided to go in one direction, and they can build from the green lawn. And you're a great example of this, I think. So how did it feel like building from zero, basically, on the green lawn?
Yeah, I think for me, like you said, I'm building from zero, not minus 10. So, and I think the thing that making a lot of sense to me is your deep practice concept, because I use that before. I read the talent code, right? The book. I read that book two or 3 years ago. I am always a really good learner, so I learn everything from scratch. And I read that book, and everything is like, it talk about chunking it up, and you repeatedly running that process. And when you mention deep practice, that you're gonna incorporate that to the simulation and how to learn trading, to me that made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think before, yeah.
Just one quick thing. Deep practice, some people don't know the term. Deliberate practice is more known. And you're talking about the book, A Deep Practice, from Daniel Coyle. Yeah. And and I've incorporated that concept in the boot camp, right? And the trader simulation boot camp. So how did that go?
I think for the first few days, very frustrating because nothing is. I think it's working. Again, it's working, but not as good as I wanted. I think, just like you mentioned, I am a really type A personality, and I thought if I do it good, if I do it, I put my effort, and if I try harder, I would get a result. Right. But again, because trading is different.
I remember very well when you wrote me, like it was in the very beginning of this simulation exercise, you wrote me, oh, you will put a 10-hour simulation per day in this, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And I said, oh my God, he's a 1000% type A person. And then I told you, right, well, you cannot do that, right? We are doing deep practice. You cannot, like, if you put 10 hours, then you're not deep practicing because it's exhausting. And you can deep practice 3 hours, right, per day, or 4 hours, but not more. And I told you that. And astonishingly, I thought, well, I tell it to him and he will not listen, right? That's very often what happens. But you completely turned around, right? You slowed down.
Yes, I did.
You slowed down completely.
Mm.
So how
Yes, I
did you
did. I
manage
think,
that? How did you
yeah, I
manage?
think for me, you know, I believe that if I want to be better, I need to listen, and that's how I progress my life. As always, even though I'm type A, but I listen well. So, and also, the way you teach, to me it makes sense. So, so why not just believing it and then try everything that you told me to do. That's how I thought on that time.
Yeah. Well, this is exactly what a clinger means. What you just said, right? Clingers don't struggle. They don't second guess. They trust, right? I mean, trusting somebody is not easy, especially if you yourself are not an expert. But it's actually the fastest way to progress, right? If you find somebody you can trust, and then you go with it for I don't know, for 6 months, right? And this is what you did. You went off. You went off like a rocket, and. Yeah, and to me, like you are a mature trader, right? So you went from novice to mature trader, which is I think you are in the expert level category always, which is the fourth category from the bottom, within less than 8 months, basically, right? So
Yeah.
so later, then half a year later, you attended the futures workshop, right? And your idea is you want to fully understand both the forex systems and the future systems, right? So currently
Yes.
we're going through another group mentoring for futures, and once we complete this, well, then you want to go live with all 6 systems, right?
Correct.
This is your idea. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And you're trading as well cryptocurrencies, right? Which is with these systems, but it's a completely different market, right? Like most traders, they are fearful touching that, but it's a great market to trade. So what is your experience? Was it difficult to make to make the first steps?
Yeah, I think first step is it's really difficult. It's really, really difficult because I think that is the first live trade that I ever done in my life, right? Like buying Bitcoin.
The first
And the
one with
first,
cryptos.
yeah,
Well,
the first one, and then I
start.
just went for crypto. It's kind of funny, but that's the first one. But I think, like you mentioned in your analysis, right, on crypto, the pattern works so well, and I could see it as well. I thought like, all right, I wouldn't be able to see it, but I could see it. So I thought like, yeah, why not just try it out, even 10-20 bucks, because I think for me the good thing about crypto is that I can just buy something like $5, and so like you said, just put my feet wet first. I
Yeah.
think that is really good term to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I recommend just putting $100 and start to trade or invest in cryptocurrencies, right? And you can do that easily. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you've impressed me a lot these last months. Well, you were even calling out trade opportunities, right? Like systems that are going to trigger in cryptocurrencies, and I can see as well from your participation on the blog that you have matured into a trader, right? And a real expert trader. I can see it from the feedback you give, right, to others, and how you analyze a chart and how you spot the patterns and you call them out. So it's quite amazing. Yeah. I mean, if you look back 1 year, or it's not even a year, right? So if you look back, how would you describe this difference? How have you been before and how you're now?
I think before I even enter your workshop, I thought trading and investing is kind of a secret thing that if I learn some, like, for when words is the holy grail,
Yeah.
right? I just thought like if I learn holy grail, it would just work. And then I think 1 year later, less than 1 year, and now I think I understand it now. Grail that we're looking for. It's all about improving ourselves and get the right system and position sizing and make sure that we are in a good state to trade well. And yeah, I just try to improve every aspect of trading. That's how I'm viewing myself at the moment.
Mm-hmm. So what do you like? What do you like about trading? What makes you passionate about?
For me, it's really fun. I never
Right.
thought of it, but yeah, it's kind of fun to me. It's kind of fun, like looking charts and seeing it develop. I just talked to my wife actually a few months ago that if I knew that this like this world existing before I learned IT, I would come to this world before I would go to IT. So yeah, to me it's really fun. To me, I think it's a great way to improve myself as well because I'm really type A, and I think I should be balanced, not just one-sided. I would be happy to be more balanced. Yeah, and actually trading is helping me a lot. Improve myself a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, for type A personalities, what is typical is FOMO, right? That they take too many trades and that they tend to be not selective enough, and that then lead to a losing streak. So I think it's interesting for those that are watching. Like type A persons, they can move very quickly in their trader development because they put so much effort, right? But once they have completed that, basically, so once they start to trade the markets, well, they cannot push anymore, right? They cannot put motivation in trading. Well, they actually have to relax completely, right? And let go
Yes.
and be indifferent and let the patterns find them and not chase the patterns, right? And that's what you just said, right? That you have to let go and be more. Or what did you say? Be more balanced, like A B balanced. Right?
Yes.
And for type B personalities, it's about 30% of my students. Or for them, the challenge is more to go through their trader development that they complete it in time, because they need to get they need to find ways to concentrate on that task, which is really difficult. We can talk about that right after this, the struggle, right, and the growth.
Sure.
And but once these type B personalities they complete the trader development, for them it's much easier to just start trading the markets because they don't have FOMO, right? They're just indifferent already from their personality.
Yes. Yeah. And also, I think for me, your system, before I come to your workshop, I heard a lot of investing and trading is really risky. Like it is a risky business. But to me, for your system, I think it's not risky at all because basically we just risk 1 hour, right? And we can control it completely. I heard a lot of, even my mom would say to me, don't go to the stock. You will lose money. If you lose big, things like that.
That's what my mother told me as well.
Yeah, and just even today, right? She just talked about a story about her friend and things like that losing a lot of money. I just thought to myself, if they know that like a good system existing, and if they just follow it, I don't think anyone would lose. I don't know, off their capital. For me, it's kind of impossible. Yeah. If we learn a good system and just follow it.
Yeah, well, it's more like gardening, right? Than putting everything on one.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are trading patterns, right? Visual patterns. When you joined the workshop, I mean, what attracted you? Was it like Forex is a global international market, like you can trade it from anywhere at any time, or was it the patterns that fascinated you? What is it?
I think to me it's more that I could do it anytime I wanted. I just, like when I started, I thought trading is easy. I can just, having my laptop and I can travel while trading. That's how I was drawn to Forex. but I don't think it's a case. I don't think anyone should do it like while they're traveling. They should just, all right, travel is travel, trading is trading.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trading
that
is a
is strong
business.
to me. Yeah, it is a business. It's not a casual work. No way. And I think we see a lot of things on the internet that people just, travel and then have a good life and do a trading like 5 minutes a day, things like that. I think it is not really true at all. Like you say, it's all business. And I think to me now I learned that yeah. I think Forex is great instrument as well. I can trade anytime. Because of my time as well, it's in Thailand, so it's kind of 8 or 10 hours differences to the US market. Sometimes the spread is a bit wider, but if I trade like 15 or 1 hour chart, it doesn't really matter, and patterns just come up anyway. Sometimes it's even come up like 10 a.m. my time, which is I think something like 2 or 1 a.m. in US time.
Yeah.
So it's always come up.
Right. Yeah. They come up like 24 hours. So they come up in clusters, right? On some days where it's more in the Asian session where they come up, and then they transition on another day. So it's a little bit like the giant squids, right? In California, once I went fishing, giant squids, so they're big like that, and you have to look out for them. And if you find a spot, well, then they are in swarms, right? You can catch a lot of them. It's a little bit like that with patterns. Let's talk about a trader growth, because you've done that from 0 to 100%, right, or even more. There's a lot of struggle, right, and frustration. Let's talk about that. Did you experience a struggle and frustration along the way?
Yeah, I think frustration along the way, definitely, because I thought that if I know it and then I work hard and then I try harder, I look all the patterns, I try to look all the charts, I would find something, and then when I find something, it would just work, right? Because I follow the system. But that's not the case, because there's so many hidden elements. I think also reading charts is also really important.
The chart reading skill, you mean, right?
The chart reading skill is so important. I think I just don't understand the concept. I think it's all my part. But now actually I just started to watch his video again 2 months ago, and now everything making sense. 1 year later I watch it again. Now it's making a lot of sense now. So
chart reading is a basic trader skill, right? It's like whatever system you trade, well, you need to have some skill in chart reading, like reading the dynamics of the buyer and the seller. Yeah, and that comes over time, right? As you look at charts and analyze charts and get more and more experience, you develop this I don't know, this inner knowing, right? What's going on on the chart.
Yeah, and I think also FOMO is one of my struggle a lot, because I can't wait. It's, to be honest, I just from the beginning, I think for the first 6 months, even in the first half of LMP, it is really hard for me to wait for each bar to close, and for the pattern to form. So I always look on 1 minute chart. I just want things to happen, really. But again, I think after that I realized that that's not how trading should work.
Right.
So I still got FOMO. I think even right now I still got FOMO, but I think it's getting better. So I'll try to tame it, really.
Yeah. So what you're basically saying is that that you had to make this experience, no, trading in FOMO and seeing that the outcome is not good, right? That you need to be patient as a trader, and this is why it's so important, and this is why I'm offering this to students, to actually make these experiences, right, without needing to trade like with real money, because lessons have to be learned this way or that way, and it's very important. Like when I come back from vacation, I'm away for a week or 2 weeks, I sit in front of the screen, I have FOMO, right? That's very normal. You just need to learn to, like, as a type A personality, you just need to learn to handle it. And that comes with experience. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
So FOMO, I guess, was one of the things you were struggling with, right? So what were other things on your trader journey that
Yeah, I think for
caused?
me, formal chart readings. Um, for me, like I think it's a doubt from the start. Like it's all about doubt, even though it makes sense. But I still always back on my mind still have some kind of doubt that will this work?
Okay, so doubt about yourself being able to execute, or doubt about the systems, or about trading in
I think
general?
about trading, about trading in general, and also about myself as well, whether I would be able to do it or not. But I think it things it's getting clearer and clearer to me.
So these difficulties you experienced along the way of the trader development, I mean, did they clear out? How did that go?
Yeah, I think to me things getting better and better, and also clearer when I reading books, especially on the recommended reading list that you give it out. I think that is really important, especially there's one book, Trading in the Zone. Um, I think it really gives me like what is the real the perspective of how trading is. Not what we got taught by our family or the news out there. Um, yeah, it just helping me out, helping me to get things more clearer.
Well, it's a great book to understand why trading is not easy, right? From
No,
a
it's
from
not
a
easy.
mental point of view, it's a great book, yeah. From
Mhm.
yeah, Mark Douglas.
Mhm.
So what is the way forward now? I mean, we're going to start this Saturday. We're starting the Futures Live Markets Pro, right? So this takes 3 months. So what is your goal going forward?
Um, I think for the within our MP, I'll try my best to learn as much as I can in the future system. And after my plan is that after that, I would do a demo trading again, more system together, maybe in another 3 or 4 months. And I just need to make sure that I could produce a positive expectancy when I'm trading. And I am planning to trade live market with real money by the end of this year.
By the end of
That is my goal. Yes,
by the end of this year, and you want to trade all 6 systems, right? The
correct.
futures market, the forex market, and the cryptocurrency market. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
If it's still available in crypto, hopefully everything running so smoothly this year.
But you already invested, right, in cryptos,
Yes,
or
yes. I'll
just
invest.
or just a small amount?
Yeah, invested like I think like you recommended 10%. So I did that as well, just 10%.
Yeah.
I just put some money in there, but
Yeah.
not now anymore. I just get it all out already.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and what is your goal like beyond this year? Is your dream to be a full-time trader, or do you want to be a part-time trader? What is? Let's look ahead a couple of years.
Sure. For now, because I am kind of I'm working as a freelance. I got 2 clients and I work like 8 hours a day. I would like to reduce that to half and be a part-time trader first. But beyond that, yes, definitely, because for me, I think it's really fun. Like I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying it. I don't know whether it's weird or not, but I I really like it. So I would love to be a full-time trader. Hopefully in 2022 or 2023. I give a lot of time to myself as well. I don't rush. Before I rush it, but now I thought I would prefer making it right and take more times. Yeah, now I can wait.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what I recommend if you want to become a full-time trader, right? To transition out of what you're doing right now, reduce that. That's what you said, right? And then if it works well with trading, well, then you can shift, right, your time allocation more and more to trading. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And your plan is to stay in Thailand, or what is your your lifestyle plan?
Yeah, my lifestyle right now. I still living with my mom right now because I went went out for 12 years. I just came back 2 years ago. The reason to come back is just for family reason. So I'm planning to stick around to Thailand for now. I am also renovating my house, another house. So that's why I'm still living with my mom. But after that finish, I'm planning to get my mom and my wife move out to the, and then I just bring my mom living with me in a new house. I think trading is giving me that opportunity to have more time with my family. Yeah, that's why I think that's why I'm enjoying it. Like even like today, right? When I look at the market, when I finish my work, look at the market, for half an hour, and I just went down to have a chat with my mom for half an hour, and then I come back.
Yeah.
I think for me that's a great lifestyle for me right now.
Yeah. And you can live wherever you want, right? It
Yes,
doesn't have to be the
definitely.
town. It can be the seaside or wherever. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. What advice would you give to novices, like looking back? Is there anything you would like to say?
Um, I think to me is to trust the system. To me, it's really important that I trust the system early on, and just follow the guidance. And also, I think when I joined the LMP, that's what I expected. That I think I'm gonna get struggle anyway, so better be prepared and yeah, just move forward and also trusting the system.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's great advice.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you very much having joined here for this Trader Chat interview. I think it's very interesting for everybody, especially the novices, right? Which is unknown lands to discover always.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is an unknown land, definitely.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Dan.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gabriel. Thanks
Bye
for your time
bye.
as well. All right. Bye. See ya.